Warning, this video is intended for audience who are 13 or older. If you are not 13 or older, please fuck off and tell your parents to moderate what you watch online.
Hey,
Tariq,
hey,
Hey, how was airport security last
boy,
week?
you know, they let me through, but I've gotta say,
Okay.
hey, fuck that bitch that snitched on me. I'm gonna, like, hey,
Yeah, hey.
I can be honest now. That bitch 100% was snitching on me. I know exactly who the fuck snitched on me. I know who started fucking tattling to teacher saying, oh, they're being so loud. Listen, I didn't even say... I did say terrorist once. That was problematic. But, hey, listen. I didn't even say quirky pedophile like I want... Actually, I did say quirky pedophile before I started recording. Well... Still... My point is, I've been wronged. And also, hey, I'm also going to say, you were wronged because your meme was taken down on Reddit. And that's a terrible thing. They're coming after us. They're fighting us. Hey, we and Joe Rogan have everything the same. We're being attacked.
By the media.
By the media, they're censoring us. How dare they?
Yeah. They don't want our fresh memes, right? It's like clearly how they don't want our weekly unnamed podcast series about Kamen Rider Revice, a weekly discussions where I, Alson, a person who hears about knowledge about tokusatsu and Kamen, would be joined here by my friend William, but he is currently still stuck in the multiverse as we are joined by our special guest and friend Tariq, who currently went through airport security to talk about the latest Kamen Rider season, Kamen Rider Revice. Hey, this is episode 15, Eradication. Showdown, Deadmans.
I've got to say,
with an S.
Just on that note, right? So it was kind of like borderline before, but like we're definitely at more episodes without William at this point than episodes with him. At least for Revice.
Yes, I think it's definitely been. He definitely left around like episode 7 or something. Right?
Yeah, we should get him back.
So, yeah, hey, look, he's going through the multiverse, alright? He's gotta... Look, he knew who Peter Parker was,
but he has to get all of the Peter Parkers.
Yeah, look, William has to come back at some time to join us.
I mean, in theory he doesn't,
right?
but, like, I've never had anything in my life go as wildly, like, beyond the level of success that I wanted it to be as I have with my multi-step plan to just you know cuck William out of his own like podcast with a friend, but here we are.
All right, because remember, the whole point of our podcast is the fact that we have William in it, right? So we can use him as the marketing gimmick for our show about, hey, here's Kamen Rider with a guy who doesn't know anything about Kamen Rider, but it doesn't work.
To be fair, it's also therapy. It's just therapy because, boy, Saber was really fucking bad. Saber really fucking hurt me.
Right? Yeah.
But yeah, meanwhile...
Boy, hey, there's still
Oh,
so much
yeah,
didn't
Ikazuchi just get a fucking upgrade for him?
Ikazuchi? You mean,
oh god. Yellow Boy.
Oh yeah, Espada, yeah. Oh, I forgot we have to talk about that too. Fuck. We technically still have 2 more Kamen Rider Saber related media.
When does the movie the Beyond? Okay, so all right, so it's great that we can talk about spoilery shit and not have to like clue in William sometimes. So Beyond Generations, right? That comes out this month, right?
It came out last week.
That's what I thought.
Last Friday. Yeah.
So, but is...
Oh, wait. If we count Beyond Generation, that's 3
But what I was going to say is,
does
Beyond Generation... What's the movie... Beyond Generations isn't the movie where they have the, like, whatever, 8 years after, right?
No, that's a V-Cinema.
Oh, okay, that's a V-Cinema. All right.
The Trios of Deep Sense.
All right, but when is that?
Yeah, we have to... Boy, I think that comes out in April?
April? Jesus Christ!
Or at least the DVD or something.
Jesus! I did not think it was going to be that far. Jesus.
Oh wait, let's see. Oh, never mind. It comes out in theater on January 28th, 2022, and the Blu-ray release in May 11th, 2022. We have to
wait. It comes out in wait, what? What is it released? Wait a minute. What is it released on in January?
In theaters.
Oh, okay.
And then it comes out on DVD in May. So we have to revisit Saber in 6 months.
Jesus. Also,
hey,
the January.
Yeah, but at that point, we'll probably talk about the canon stage play. That's canon now, all of a sudden, which is the worst thing.
I don't like that it's. I know that there's like a huge fucking delay in like distribution times between like physical and like broadcast media, but like what the fuck, like.
I don't know why the Visa for Saber is coming out so late. Because Visa usually comes out way faster.
That's so long. That's so long. And it's so long for something that's, like, nobody's happy. Like, who is it for? Who is so, like, still on the edge of their seat for Saber to think that, like, maybe this will be what fixes it?
Alright. So you gotta remember, William has only seen one Kamen Rider series, right? So as far as William is concerned, his number one Kamen Rider series is Saber, alright?
You're not wrong. It's just wrong that that's his number one series.
Oh yeah, also that part 2 of the Sword Logo Saga still has not been subbed, by the way. And that came out in August.
Boy. Wait. Oh, yeah. Fuck, man. I mean, that's not the worst thing, but, like, I've gotta say, like, having the sort of logos thing be, like, there's so much. I don't understand Saber's media. I really don't. I really don't understand why it's.
Look, they really banked on Saber, right? They're like, this is it. This is
right? Everything. This is what we're going for. We will succeed with this. And it just wasn't. Like, it just was not the move to make. I don't get, like, why it has so many different forms of media. And, like, all of these different, levels of, like multimedia. Yeah, multimedia, but, like, all of the different, the different parts that, like, you have to watch in order to get the full story. Like, it's not even, like, it's not even a fault of Saber. It doesn't make sense from a production standpoint. Like, why would you do that? Like, why would you do that to yourself?
Yeah, they really banked on it, alright?
I guess they did.
Yeah.
But anyway, hey. Episode 14.
Hey.
We have more episodes without William than we do with him.
Yeah.
And, this is the more example of that because I honestly, I'd be curious to know what William's take on this is because, so last time I said it's either going to...
Right, because according to him, he's still keeping up with Revice.
He better be.
He's still watching it, right? Yeah, he is,
He better be a good boy.
Right, because he's still in the Sentai. Once again, going back to the multiverse, he's still in the Sentai universe, right? Talking about Sentai.
Yeah, because if he doesn't keep up, and I say this because William's not here, Santa doesn't have to come out right now. But if he's a bad boy, because this is coming out around Christmas time.
Yeah, welcome to December 23rd, 2021.
Santa would have to punish naughty little William. For being a naughty boy
want Santa to punish anyone.
Santa would have to punish him for being a naughty little boy that's not paying attention to what he's supposed to be doing.
Right? So this episode starts off with Aguilera learning that, hey, it's probably turns out being raised in a cult since a child doesn't end well.
It turns out that being groomed to marry a man that you've never met before isn't a good thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. No,
right?
it's kind of wild that this is like it's where we left off, but like
yeah.
There's just like the fact that Julio has pulled not Julio, Olteca like just goes, yeah, no, fuck you, bitch. We never cared about you.
It's really good. Honestly, he's also suddenly became the de facto leader of the group, right? Because at this point, I had no idea who the leader of this group was. I thought they were all shared. I thought they all shared power.
It definitely seemed
right?
It definitely seemed like at the very least that like
Aguilera had more power than everyone,
but also that
right?
Julio would have been in on it. Because I think when we left off, it really wasn't clear like whether or not Julio knew that this was happening. And in this, it's like, oh, Julio's like actually cared about her, and feels bad for her, and that's a surprising like addition to sort of both of their characters, because that means that like there's actually some pseudo like friendship there. Like there's some kind of like, I mean, the obvious joke is that fucking Julio's a simp, right? But like it's interesting that Julio actually like goes, what? No, hey, Aguilera-sama's been doing so much, and then it's like, well, sit down, fuck off, like which implies, I guess, right, that Olteca has been around longer than Julio, and is like more informed than Aguilera, which the real thing I guess we could have probably inferred from Aguilera's like backstory is that she is like there's some kind of organization besides like the Deadmans Rave Club that is like actually leading and like directing them on what to do. It isn't just like, hey, wow, we're some kooky crazy rave kids and we decided to fucking like become terrorists. No, we're like actually following like some kind of cult shit. And that's like the real, like there's some other there's an organization beyond here, even beyond like what we're talking about, which, you know, if Saber had given us like one like inkling of like the wise men or whatever the fuck they were supposed to be, the like 4 council members, would have been fine. Like we could have been like this would have been enough to be like, hey, if you tell me in like 30 episodes that these people are dead and like the like Lord Gifu or whoever the fuck is in charge has killed them, sure, I can believe that, because we've seen some indication that they exist before. Not like Saber, where it's like, oh, who the fuck are they? Oh, they're dead. Oh, okay, cool, I guess, whatever, fuck, I don't know, why is this happening? But yeah, so we're, it's it's reverse insurrection time. Round them up. Hey,
yeah, look, hey, you invade us, we'll invade you back.
Hey,
right?
Welcome to Iraq, right? Motherfuckers.
Eye for an eye. Yeah. Right, so hey, Aguilera's gonna get sacrificed. But meanwhile, at the bathhouse, it's Christmas time.
Yeah, it's Christmas time. And I will say, I think it's funny that, like, yeah, Sakura kind of gets, like, the shit end of the stick, at least in terms of, like, in terms of her, like, belt and, like, her suit isn't terrible. But, like, yeah, she's kind of, like, she's very clearly, like, sort of written off as like the least influential of the Kamen Riders so far. But the real thing is, like, she's also sometimes like the most like objectively observing of them, where she's just like, why the fuck are we doing this? Which is exactly what the fuck I thought, because I went, I'm sorry, didn't they just have a betrayal from their, like, commander of this government organization?
Yeah.
Why the fuck are we doing, like, I was really scared that we were going, like, that we just got fucking, like smoke showed into, like, oh, hey, yeah, I know that we said that we would have an episode, but it's actually a Santa episode. And I would have been like, God fucking damn it. Like, this show does not really have space to, like, do, like, a wacky, weird, like, Santa episode. Because there's so much fucking shit happening all the time. Right. Which is apparent in this episode, because, holy fucking shit, so much fucking shit happens in this episode. And there's so much implied with it, too, because, like, alright, so it starts off with them going, like, oh, man, why are we doing this kooky, crazy, Christmas stuff? But, like, and then Daiji shows up, has his whole flashback to, like, hey, this is what's going on, like, in the actual, like, plot. Hey, the government is, like, still figuring this out.
Yeah, the government is trying to figure out, hey, how do we let a spy into
how do we
raid
track down these insurrectors? Maybe we should form some kind of committee about that. So the insurrection committee decides to fucking, like, figure stuff out. George Karizaki apparently never loses, which, honestly, you're right, George. You don't ever lose. You're a god.
Yeah, once again, it keeps proving how great of a character George is throughout the show. I was like, I wanted them to insurrection us, right? That was like, it's almost like he had a multi-step layer plan.
You're saying that he's as good as me. You're saying that I could be George one day.
Yeah. Right, with your Kamen Rider collection in a government workspace.
Ooh,
right?
well, see...
Right, also, hey, so here's the thing, right? So as you know, we actually get comments in our videos talking about our videos, right? Right, and you know, one of the biggest problems we have is like, boy, how is George getting away with all this shit, right? Right, since episode, we're like if you were any supervisor, you'd be like, legally... Right, and financially, we should not allow this to go
but also through. We have to remember, they've been run by an imposter for the last, like, 3 months.
Until we got thanks to the viewers, right? We're pointing out, like, it's Wakabayashi has been pulling the string. And it's a reason why George has been allowed to do all of his weird, wacky government spendings.
It's fucking amazing, because... If, again, like, the thing that I said is, like, the Chameleon Deadman demoted Hiromi and promoted fucking, like, Daiji / Kagero. Like, absolute, like, baller move to just go, I think I can just, like, tell them what to do. It'll be fine. Like, especially because he's been an agent for the Deadman, like, so long into this. So it's like, no shit Kagero, like, knew how to, like, use the two-side driver and, like, like, get to the Deadman base and all this other shit. Like, because they had a fucking inside agent fucking making everything easy for him. It's awesome. It's
actually great how they're actually naturally explaining this stuff, right? It isn't just bullshit, right? Right? It's like it turns out, it's actually well thought out. The reason why, why is this government so incompetent? Oh, it turns out, it turns out it was Hydra.
Yeah, it turns out it's not even. It's not even Hydra, because Hydra is actually probably, like, more competent than this. This was like just a weird level of, like, I don't know what to say. Like, would it be... It's like... It's almost like the plan was to just make themselves as incompetent as possible, just to, like, like cause the system to crash. Like it's almost like the game stomp shit, right? Let's flood this with such stupid shit that we wind up breaking the system. Like that's more of what I could say to it. But like no shit, they're like bad at this. Like they haven't been led by their fucking like commander since the beginning of this show. And speaking of not their commander, the face that fucking chameleon Deadman, because they still haven't revealed what his real identity is, makes when he just karate chops the shit out of Aguilera is amazing. Like he just goes, "Ooh, Julio, you got knocked out." Whatcha! Snaps his fucking neck.
Yeah. Right, I'm really glad that they're letting the actor.
Yeah, right. Make these like wacky ass.
Because he's been portrayed as this stern, like, ooh, can't do that. Oh,
I'm serious. Yes, I'm the serious leader.
Yeah, right. I'm really glad they're letting the actor have fun. Right, well, like with playing a crazy guy, playing a serious guy.
I'm the dude playing a dude dressed as another dude. Holy fuck! It's a Tropic Thunder reference. Oh my god.
Yeah.
But like.
Yeah. So anyway, hey, Daiji told us, hey, we figure out where the.
We know where the base is. We just don't know where the door is. Which.
Yeah.
I feel like, if you know the general location, I mean, I understand that this is Japan, but like, if you know the general location, you just kind of start like firebombing like that area, like.
I don't know. Just send some people to investigate. You know, with the
SEAL Team 6. SEAL Team 6. That's what it is. But like,
but don't worry. Don't worry. Iki comes up with the best plan to figure out how to find the Deadman's secret base.
Wait, hold on.
I
think it's Sakura. Sakura. I'm pretty sure.
I have the video
Sakura,
on mute, so I
Sakura
can't tell
goes,
who said
hey, hey, you know who would probably know about that? Kagero. And it's like, hey, can we... Oh, no, it's Sakura, yeah. Sakura's like, hey, wouldn't Kagero know?
Oh, it is Sakura.
And it's like, Daiji has, honestly, an incredibly reasonable reaction to, please don't make him come out again. Please.
Yeah. This murderous demon that lives inside us, right? Because remember, he's not like...
No, he's not Vice or Lovekov.
Or Lovekov, who was just a fucking mascot.
Oh! Yeah, Lovekov has one of the most... There's
one
of these... There's a thing... I'm just gonna bring this up for... Just remind me when we get to, like, them, like, fighting in the base, that there's something about Lovekov that I didn't realize that I want to bring up. Like, about Lovekov's, like, costume design.
Yeah, so they just go to the park,
beat the shit out. They said, hey, George told us that the only way to get, well, it's not even that George told us. It's like, we just realized that if we kick the shit out of you hard enough, you switch personalities.
Which is just fucking.
I mean, it really, because it was the episode before last with the where they attacked the airship. They really have shown that, like, the key between who's in control of Daiji's body is based off of how much shit has been knocked out of him. And it's just like, oh, cool, now we know how this works. Bet. We're gonna use this whenever we feel like it. Like, like, honestly, Kagero's kind of hostage at this point, right? Like, hey, we're gonna beat...
He doesn't have much power anymore.
Hey, if you fucking come out, we're gonna kick you in the face and then turn you back. And if we need you, we're gonna kick you in the face also and make you come out. And then we're gonna kick you again to make you go away.
Yeah, which is just great.
Because when Kagero comes out and he's like, he tries to, like, play it cool of like, well, I didn't say I wouldn't tell you. It's like, yeah, because otherwise you have to go back via kick to the face, and then we also. But then the other thing is, right? So Kagero's. I love that Kagero's like one request is basically a last meal for a prisoner. Like he's just like, listen, if I could just get like some spicy ass curry, that'd be great. Which, hey, I get it, spicy food. That's that good shit.
Right.
But also, like, I can't tell if Kagero just willingly chose to, because we have seen, at least, I think we have, yeah, when Kagero first showed up, that he was able to just, like, willingly give Daiji back control. But I also want to believe that, like, the spicy food did so much damage that it just made Daiji come back. But yeah, I also like that we've abandoned, like, his fucking goth, like, outfit when we don't feel like, because we're like, listen, we don't have enough time for, like, this many outfit changes.
Yeah, to switch you back for the scene, right? Yeah. And so now you can just inhabit Daiji's body and wear his regular clothes. So they find out where the base is. Meanwhile, we have to mention this at some point. It's not relevant. The dad's off doing.
Oh yeah, he did some TikTok thing about sneezing. Once again, this man is either playing us all or just a complete fucking idiot. It's more likely in Kamen Rider canon that he is absolutely some, like, nefarious, or, like, he's either, like, the devil or, like, God. Like, there's no in-between with Kamen Rider, right? Like, you're either, like, oh yeah, I'm part of a terrorist group, like, that's my secret, or I've been watching you this whole time and I've been raising, like, I knew to raise, like, children that could fight the Deadmans this whole time. Like, that's literally the only two extremes that, like, exist in Kamen Rider. I'm very curious to see how that pulls out. Like, because let's also, like, I get it, right? They have 3 kids, you know? Hey, they're a family. The mom is, like, dressed as, like, sexy Santa. And all 3 kids just decided to leave for, like, an extended mission. And...
to go invade a terrorist
base,
you know?
So I'm just saying, like, these parents, like, fuck on the reg. Like, they are definitely, like, oh my god, like, the mom is, like, mad that, like, they're all leaving, and then, like, the dad's like, whoa, hey, kids are gone. Yo, hey, you want to make a 4th Igarashi? Like, hey, let's make, let's make Pubert Igarashi. Like, like, that's how I feel, like, after that fucking shit. Like, oh, okay, so we're just going at it, right? But yeah, so Kagero, honestly, it's surprising that Kagero actually complies with all of this. I
mean, look, to be fair, he did get his last meal.
Yeah, he got his last meal, his last will and testament, all that shit. I just think it's really funny because it's like, oh, they actually, like, that actually worked. I think that, like, my biggest thing with this whole episode, and I know that technically the next episode seems like it's supposed to be some kind of fault, like, the conclusion to it, but, like, this really felt like it would have been, like, there would have been more of a cliffhanger to the end of the episode. This felt like it would have been, like, this could have been a moment where, where it was a bigger thing for them to convince Kagero to, like, if they were, like, trying to, like, tread water and, like, build time, like, fill time, they would have made this a whole episode about, like, hey, convincing Kagero, blah, 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 hey, we've got to get Kagero on our side, we've got to make him, agree to, like, tell us what the fuck is up. But instead it's just, hey, listen, we kicked the shit out of you, we gave you some curry, you good? Okay. All right, fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, back to Aguilera. She's strapped in, and in the bad jet.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. And then so then Phoenix invades the base. Right? They're like, okay, look, we figured this out. Like, what's this magic mirror here doing? Right? And then they're like, and then it says, hey, you just have to say, look, hey, it's just a magic password to enter the mirror, right? And once again, I like how George is just coming along now. It's like these fucking
that's the I want to say this. Well, he came from literally. He was there at the beginning with the fucking when Evil first showed up. But what I was gonna say is, hey, turns out that this like underground rave base, like / like Death Zeppelin, has been like 3 blocks down the road, I guess. Like, I also like. Before we started doing this, I rewatched the episode, but like, I did it a different way than I normally do, which normally I just watch it on my computer, but I actually had it on with headphones, and the music is actually really, like, we've never, like, commented on, like, Kamen Rider music and shit before, but, like, this is actually very good, like, background music. Like, the music that they have, like, in their soundtrack that they use for it is really good. But it's really funny because like they go back to, as I said, it's like, oh hey, Mayan. I think that it's actually Aztec that I'm thinking of, that is like the South American, like Chilean
but
he like the whole like part of something that I had an issue with was like, okay, I get it, right? They're supposed to be like doing some South American shit. If they're from like South America, where do they keep coming from? And it's like, oh yeah, we just took an entire fucking like building structure and moved it to Japan. Like, I was really concerned that it was going to try and like explain itself as like, oh yeah, we're in like South America, like northern South America, like I said, like Chile or whatever. And it's like, oh no, it's just a jellyfish that we moved. It's all here.
Yeah.
So I think this is also another great thing, because it's like, it finally pays off on like that initial shot where it's like, oh cool, they have like a rave, I guess. Like, oh, okay. And then it's like, oh, that's where it is. All right, cool. But yeah, Club Freedom. That's where we're at.
Yeah.
There's also a random white guy there.
Right.
At 9:24. Or 9:23. There's like, unless it's a Japanese dude with like really white skin and like really blonde hair, like naturally blonde hair.
Oh no, that's just a Japanese guy.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
He kind of looks like Macklemore. I don't know.
Yeah, no, that's a Japanese guy.
All right.
That's just a blonde Japanese.
Yeah, just a blonde Japanese guy trying to be like trying to be white. Okay, cool.
Yeah, so they invade this base that has no actual dress code. I don't. Half of the guys are in suit, while the other half are like casual wear. So I'm like, this, and then there's just like guy streetwear. Like, boy, I don't understand what is the dress code for this underground.
I mean, wait. Wait, you mean between like the Igarashi siblings or?
No. For in the rave, like in the.
Oh, the rave. Okay, yeah, with the rave. No, I mean, hey, listen, raves don't have dress codes. That's what's great about raves.
Yeah. But it's just funny how this fucking rave is. Also, I like how I didn't notice it when I was watching it, but now you can actually see the spooky black cloak people, right? They're actually on the dance floor.
Are they?
Yeah, if you go to like 1026, they're there, and they're just standing around, right?
But also it's really funny that they all shoot laser beams of a pentagram. Oh, yep, there they are. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see it. Yeah, that seems like a really awkward dance club. But yeah, that's wild. But yeah, hey.
Yeah. Yeah, but don't worry, George is like, wow, right? He's like,
yeah, wow. Hey, wow. Hey, cue in the, what is it?
Owen Wilson?
No, I was thinking what was it? Crash Bandicoot. Wow! Wow! Like that's my feeling on that. But yeah, it's
yeah, so they crashed the rave and they have to rescue Aguilera now. Alright, we're at the base fight. Alright.
Yeah.
Alright.
Everybody's here. Hey, everybody's here. Everybody's here. Let's all fight.
Right,
yeah.
Alright. Yeah, hey, we clean out the dance floor, right?
We've got all of the Igarashi siblings out here doing what they gotta do. And then for whatever reason, like I mean, actually, it's not for whatever reason. It's interesting to me that like Julio like tries to, in the chaos tries to save Aguilera, and then like Olteca like shuts him down, and then
he's like, "Hey, no, don't do that.
Yeah,
don't do that.
keep the sex slave in the dungeon chair."
Right, look, we need to prepare her for Harvey
Oh,
Weinstein.
wow,
right?
yeah, I mean, yeah, you're right. I mean, it really does feel like... No, it's not Harvey Weinstein. See, Harvey Weinstein was a predator in the sense that he attacked women. Jeffrey Epstein had a system. This is a Jeffrey Epstein thing.
You're right.
Olteca is his, what's her name? Giselle or Ghislaine Maxwell or whatever? Yeah. That's what it is. This is a Jeffrey Epstein like rape island.
Oh boy, this is the Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah, this is this is definitely the Jeffrey Epstein nightclub. Because it's just like it's bad. It's a bad place. And like you'd think that I mean you'd want, right? It honestly, this whole thing makes you feel bad for Aguilera. Like, she is just a fucking, like, she's another victim of this whole shit. Like, she fell for, like, a guy that she shouldn't have fallen for, and now she thinks that this is what she has to do. And, that's bad. That's really bad. Like, this whole situation that she's in is like, you should not be here. You should, like, try to leave, maybe? Like, maybe just, like, get out, run, like, stop trying to be, like, a part of this. But instead she's like, well, I guess if this is where I'm supposed to be, this is where I'm supposed to be. No! Hey! Run! Run, you dumb bitch! You're gonna die.
Yeah.
Right. But everybody's fighting. It's really interesting when you compare this to, so I've been thinking about this I continue to think about this show in contrast to the other Reiwa series. Basically Zero One and Saber. And I think it's really interesting that they all seem to be trying to do like these these not comprehensive but like concise like X episode arcs, like 15 to 12 like episode arcs. And then they all have like things with like an established big bad, and then it's like, oh, we we almost get the big bad, but we don't actually get the big bad. But we're all fighting like, sort of the mini boss. Like, I'm trying to figure out the formula for what the Reiwa era is, and it seems like this kind of follows that formula, because it's like, this is like 01, they beat Metsubo Jinrai, and then it's like, oh, who's gonna be the next bad guy? Saber, it's like, oh, we beat Caliber, the first one, right? Or technically the second one, right? And we're gonna, like, now we have to figure out what we're gonna do. But like, I don't know if I don't know if I like this, because I feel like I feel like we just got, like, so far into this that we're gonna have to reestablish, like, a whole... Like, we destroyed their base by the end of this. And they have to reestablish, basically, how they are a threat once we're done with this. And I don't really know what the fuck they're going to go with. Which, to an extent, hey, it's good. I can't predict what's happening. But, like...
Yeah.
We're just, like... going, we're just fucking everything up. Everything's burning. Burn everything.
Yeah. Right. Hey, you can't stop us, right? We're doing what we want. Yeah, it's very interesting, right? How the last 3 years, how they made it more arc-based, right? Where there's a beginning arc, a middle arc, and an end arc. It could contrast to, like, previous writer seasons where it's like, hey, here's the big bad. Right? We gotta establish the big bad, alright? And then we gotta figure out, hey, how we're gonna get to the big bad.
And it's also...
Right? Because it does put you on the edge.
I mean, it keeps you guessing, like, right? Oh. But it's like, at a certain point, you want answers. And, like, I think so far, right, we're our third series in, right? And the problem is that we are at a really delicate point, because I think 01 managed to pull it off. It really... It was questionable at times, but especially, it didn't help that there's a lot of credit I give to it for doing what it did in the pandemic, because the as is situation, like, I would have thought would have been better handled if they had those 4 or 5 episodes that they wound up spending on, like, filler recap shit.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, like, Saber was so... Like, it's like they overcompensated with Saber, and we're just like, hey, just in case, like, we get hit with COVID again, we're putting everything... Like, hey, it's not always going to be dependent on the broadcast. It's like, well, okay, sure. But also that means that we're getting an incomplete story. So if you could just not, do that, that would be great. But yeah, I just don't know how to feel about, like, I'm really hoping that this is more of a 01 situation than a Saber situation of, like, okay, they have an idea of where they're going in the end, but they're creating, like, arcs for everyone to follow, and they're going to sort of, like, link them all together. You know, it might not be the strongest link from, like, one to another. Like, in my mind, in 01, when, like, Horobi, like, was still, like a threat because he was, like, a fucked up robot, just, like, held in a chair. That just seemed weird and, like, unnecessary. But, like, that's better than literally everything that, it's better than literally everything that, that Saber did.
Right.
So, yeah. Hey, anyway... Hiromi gets to have his face off. Everybody chooses their opponents. Yeah. I'm honestly surprised that it... Well, no. Yeah, because I guess Sakura's rival at this point is fucking quirky pedophile Planaria Man.
Yeah, right. Yeah, because he's still in the show. He's part of the main cast. He's a main villain now, right?
Yeah.
Sakura, we need. At least now they didn't make Sakura's main villain be the other female.
Yeah.
Right, and instead her main villain now is a sexual predator.
Yeah, right? Who shows up at like high schools to like harass like high school girls.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Right. Look. If you think about it, that's a better rival or a better villain for a character to go.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Oh God, when you put it like that, like, oh God, yeah. I mean, hey, we've got
progress.
Yeah,
right?
Progress. Hey, we're having girls fight quirky pedophiles.
Yeah. So we have a big fight. What is it? Hiromi uses I think this is Kamen Rider X. I believe.
Okay, yeah, so let's get back into our favorite thing of trying to guess how the fuck they, like, excuse...
Alright, so
like,
it's been pointed out to me, because I was going to bring this up. I was going to bring it up. Thanks to the amazing comment threads in our YouTube video who corrects us on even though we are always 100% sure we're correct, when it turns out we're always 100% wrong,
I mean that's
right?
that's what
like,
I want to
say
be.
With confidence
that's how I like being.
Right. So thanks to the helpful YouTube, we figure out what is going on.
Okay.
Right.
So what is the Scorpion tail supposed to be?
It is Kamen Rider X's like first villain or some shit.
Oh, okay. But
like the first kaiju, not kaiju, kaijin, where the fuck he fought in his series.
But that doesn't make sense, right? Because it's I mean, okay, all right, no, I can. The right, rules are very.
So with demons, it's related to the demons. It's related to the kaiju. The enemy of the week that the respective show up.
So it's based off of the enemies and not the
okay, not the actual rider. That is what they established for demons, at least. Like, hey, this is what you're doing. Your vice steps are based on demons, I guess, or based on enemies. With the not counting the Condor one or the
but
fucking,
that's the thing. It's like, hey, not counting any of this shit. Yeah, this is what it is. Except not. I don't like. I don't like the idea of. I don't like that there's like no rules to it. Like it makes things so much harder to figure out like what's like why they chose this at all. Because the thing is, it doesn't have to be a reference. It really didn't have to be a reference at all. But like when they insist that it's like, oh yeah, hey, this is a reference to past Kamen Rider. It's like, oh, okay, what's the reference? It's this one obscure character that fought once.
Okay. It's like what is it? This is stuff that you have to be deep Kamen Rider lore.
I mean, so deep, and it's like, I get it when they're
right, because like you think about it, like, can you actually remember the first villain or whatever the fuck that every respective Kamen Rider fought?
Oh, well, hold on. The one that I will say that I'll never forget is the one for Gaim. Because that's just funny. Like, that one...
Yeah,
that one was, like, actually, right? like, that one was actually important. They actually made it important for you to remember who the fuck...
Right, but no, but for, like, in general, it's just random, right? It's like the biggest stress. Like, okay, it's like how fucking Kamen Rider, was it X fought a scorpion monster. They're like, okay, that's the reason why, right?
Yeah, it's really weird.
And everything. Yeah, so then, so Sakura has her weapon, which is a cannon.
Yeah, hey,
right?
bitches love cannons.
This is based on Kamen Rider V. Yeah, it's based on Kamen Rider V3.
Yeah,
right?
So the only thing that I can find to say that this is based off of V3 is color scheme, which fine. But
yeah.
Again, this just goes back to everything that we've just said. It was just and
I found out, and once again, thanks to our helpful, we found out the reason why it's based on a turtle.
Yeah?
Can you try to guess the reason why Sakura transforms into a turtle?
No, why Lovekov turns into a turtle.
Yeah. Why Lovekov turns into a V3 themed cannon, right? Bazooka, or the fuck, Wikipedia. Can you guess the reason why?
I'm gonna say
right.
Because
right. Yep.
Because it had a gun.
All right, I will give you the reason. Okay? I've already told you the reason 5 minutes ago.
But I've been drinking.
It's literally what I explained to you with 2 minutes.
Because you need to be you need to know really obscure shit in order to get it.
Yep, because apparently V3 fought a turtle kaiju at some point. And that's it.
Great.
Yeah. Apparently it is the same thing with ZX. Why he dressed as Peacock or whatever the fuck. Apparently he fought a peacock at some point within the show. If you watch Kamen Rider ZX, right? Yeah, it's once again, these reasons are very loose and everything, right? They're just like, right? This is what we got, right? It's crazy what's going on. Oh yeah. So hey, so what do you want to say about?
Great. Thanks for reminding me. Yeah. So there's a great point where fucking goddamn Love Kabu introduces itself to Aguilera. Aguilera is stuck dealing with she's trying to escape from her nightmare, and then oops, here comes Lovekov. She's like, what the fuck is this? Turns out, right, and I didn't think about this, Lovekov is inside of a snake. It is not the snake. It is a person.
Yeah, no. It is something wearing the skin of a snake. Yeah.
But so
it's like Mimikyu from Pokemon.
But yes, but also it writhes when it writhes around, and comes up to Aguilera, it flicks its tongue at her, and it's just but it flicks the tongue as from the tongue is part of the hood of Lovekov's costume. Lovekov is a demon inside of a snake costume. Yes, this is like Mimikyu, but also it has control of the tongue, and it flicks the tongue for no given reason. It just can do that because it's a demon that's a furry or a scaly or whatever the fuck they're and so that's that's really funny to me. Just this is just a person hiding in a fucking snakeskin outfit.
Right, yeah.
So yeah.
Right, it's really great.
But yeah, that was my main thing. It was just I was really surprised at like fucking Lovekov. Like, oh, wait a minute. Oh, I get what you are. But yeah, they all fight. They all
do their finisher moves.
Yeah.
On,
hey,
on
it's a
their,
sibling
their,
finisher.
Enemies.
And also, hey, George gets to molest Gifu-sama before he gets to come out.
Yeah. Hey, George gets to touch something he hasn't touched before, right? He just gets to caress this, right? He's like, ooh, what is this?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So everyone fights their enemy, and then we have big finisher moves and everything, right? Right, then something's happening with the Gifu-sama statue. It's reacting.
Yeah. Ooh,
and whatnot.
It took in all the juice from them. Yeah. Which. Yeah. I want to.
And I love this part is when George just fucking.
Yeah,
leaves,
he went.
right?
Nope.
He realized this thing might. He realized, this is not a good situation for me to leave in. And then he fucking leaves with Aguilera still.
Yeah, he went, nope, I smell danger.
Wait a minute, this is not my problem. I am not involved in this conflict, right? He's like, I don't have to. I legally do not.
There is nothing about this that I can do better than like what is happening right now.
It's just fucking great how he just fucking. He clearly sees like, because I assume he's assuming that this thing's probably gonna explode, right? Like a bomb. Yeah. He's like. I don't want to be here, right? I shouldn't be near an explosive device, right? And then he's just straight up saying, he literally just writes those fucking Aguilera.
He just goes, oops, sucks to be you, bitch.
He fucking, which is just fucking great.
Yeah.
Right? How he fucking leaves. Yeah, and then he's like, all right, look, we got the job done. Let's go.
Yeah. Hey, snap. Hey, guys, let's go. Get out of here.
Yeah. Look, it's time to go. All right. Oh, look. I need to go home. Get drink.
Polish the figures. Gotta polish the figures.
Right. Right. Look. Is that time? Look. It's like how look. I need to pull a Mike Tyson right now. Right. Where look, I have a 60-minute training session, but I really want to go home and watch Tom and Jerry. Right, I'm gonna do this training session in 5 minutes to drive home to watch Tom and Jerry. Found that out today, by the way.
That he left the training session to go. What?
Yeah, so apparently, he would have 60-minute training sessions, but he would beat up his training sessions so fast, like, all right, that's it, I'm leaving. Right?
And then he'd go watch Tom and Jerry.
Yep, to go home to watch Tom and Jerry. I found out.
Might be the most psychopathic thing I've ever heard about.
I mean, look, he really look. Hey, I'm not going to argue with Mike Tyson if he wants to go watch Tom and Jerry.
Sure. I mean, I'm not going to argue with Mike Tyson 99% of the time because I don't want to get my ass beat by Mike Tyson. Yeah. Yeah, so George is like, all right, I'm leaving. You guys can, I got what I need to go do, come and do, right? I'm leaving. Bye. Right? And, but don't worry, but Sakura being the good person is like, oh no, we still have to rescue Aguilera, right? Yeah.
Right, and then, right, so they go rescue Aguilera, and Aguilera finally goes through realizing that she has been in a cult.
Yeah. Oh, right? Hey.
Yeah, she finally comes to that realization.
Maybe this is not a good thing.
Right? Right, and then and Julio's still fucking knocked out the entire time. They just put the actor, alright, just stay there for like the entire filming of the scene. Right? Which is just fucking great, yeah. Yeah, so the Deadman base raises from under the ground, or wherever the fuck, right? It starts planting itself over.
Yeah, it turns out it's just a giant jellyfish. And then we get to see all of the, like... Okay, so back to this just being, like, in reference to other Kamen Riders. How is Revice, like, at his first super form, as good, if not better, than Zio? As a legacy rider. Because he just, like, he popped all of them out of eggs and shit, and then just...
Yeah, he gotcha all the eggs, you know, he's like, hey, look, I can summon all these things out to attack.
And then he just fucking, like, that just, it just, yeah. Hey, I'm gonna hit you with all of the past writers that I have collected. This is ZO, but better, right? Like,
yeah,
that's all it is, and that's my issue. Where it's like, oh, so why do we do this?
Right? Yeah. So then Vice gets a Julio out of the exploding building, and Iki does the cool finisher move with all his Gundam, with all of his
all his Gunpla
right?
kits. Yeah,
he uses the power of all. Yeah, right. To finish it all, to destroy the statue, right? Yeah. Yeah. So then the day is
saved once again, basically. Thanks to public destruction.
Right. And look, the Japanese taxpayer will pay for those, and and then Aguilera once again, after realizing she was in a cult, decides to go back to be like, I want to be part of it again.
Yeah.
Right. Still not realizing that she is. That was not a good place for you to be raised in, right? And being raised as a child bride isn't a good thing, all right? I'm just gonna say that now.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, hey.
And that's the end of this episode. Yeah. Boy, a lot does happen this episode, if anything. Right?
Yeah, I mean, and then... Well, okay, there's also... We're not even bringing up the point of, like... the moment where Gifu, like, starts, like, kind of awakening. We also get, like... what is it? Yeah, Vice, like, has this, like, weird breakdown for a second. Where he's like, my head hurts. Which implies that there's some connection between either the demons in general or Vice specifically with Gifu.
Right.
And that's, like, that's also a big thing. I don't know. There's a lot of ways that this could go. And I don't know,
right?
Where we're going with this.
Right, yeah, because the next part is still it looks to be like the ending to like this first arc. Yeah, that we got going on with all these characters, right? It's really crazy what's been happening so far.
But yeah, this is where we're at now.
Yeah. Hey, maybe William will come back next time for the end of Act 1, right?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Hey,
right?
maybe we'll come back for the conclusion, the thrilling conclusion. Hey, season 2. William comes back.
Yeah. Yeah, William. Arc 2 of William may come back. Who knows? Hey, look, it's gonna be a new year, right? Soon, right? The year is pretty much over, right? Look, we survived 2021 somehow, right? If we just ignore everything else bad that happened in 2021, right?
There's no way that this year in January anything could be worse, right? Right?
Right.
Like, there's no way.
Hey, we will defeat Omicron, all right? Hey, Biden says he's gonna send everyone in-home testing, all right? We'll defeat Omicron that way.
Our favorite fucking goddamn Transformer. Hold on. Here's the meme.
Okay.
It took a little while because it required extra special. This one required a level of extra effort I've never put into almost anything I've ever done. Because I had to do things that I didn't care about doing. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. All right. Hey, listen. Get ready, folks. You're not ready for this. You're not ready for what you're about to witness. What you're about to see. It's also great that Discord can add multiple files at this point, but I mean, it's too little too late. Because now we're just... that's why I have the Gmail. There we go. Yeah, Gmail, there we go. Yep,
Okay.
Yeah, and then I go to that, I attach that, right? Yep,
Yep.
And then we go there, and then we go there, alright? And then I go there, and then I switch to a different system which has Discord attached to it. I really should put Discord on the other computer that I do Photoshop on, but I haven't done that yet. But anyway, then I go here, I choose to upload a file there, then I go there, then I hit that, and then I go that.
Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Boy, this is way better than right.
But wait,
right.
but wait,
yeah.
but wait.
That's this week. Uh-oh.
Don't you see? There's a little extra detail there. Why don't you try following?
Okay. Uh-oh. Boy, it's gonna be. Okay, boy, that does not. Oh, boy, that just gives me other things. Let me quickly go there. Let me click on this link, go to this upper thing, and then click this. Yep. Okay, there you go. All right. All right. Spice is life, everyone.
There we go.
All right. That's this week's that's this week's episode. Stay tuned for next week when William once again may or may not come back, depending on what the fuck happens to him and in the multiverse, right? All right. Who the fuck really knows what's going on with William? All right. Coronavirus is still a thing. Wash your hands, wear a mask, get your fucking shots. Okay, thanks. Bye.